Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Yes, I'm back with yet another video. We've had nothing for, was it 7 or 8 days, I know, withdrawal symptoms. And then I'm doing 3 in 3 days. This is a apology video on behalf of myself, if I haven't answered your comments. We seem to have another gaffe from YouTube at the moment. You left some really nice comments on my Oiran bust. That's the Japanese lady with the kimono. I answered them all yesterday, and a lot of them were very positive, and I went into, as I do with a lot of my videos, comments. Never mind making long videos, I do long comments, as a lot of you guys know. And I went into a lot of detail, you know, sometimes 2, 3, 4 lines, depending on what was required of the comment. I've only just switched it on about half an hour ago, and there were a couple of other nice comments on that and the tank video I'd done previously, and I answered those. And I remembered that I think it was Vasily had left a comment, a second comment under my comment back to him. Do you follow me? And it was just easier. It never shows up on those comments. If people are making other comments as we have a bit of a chat in the comment section, it never shows up in your comments, if you don't know, on YouTube comment section, in the back, analyticals. You know what I'm on about, you guys that make videos. So it's easier to go to that video and, you know, press on the comment to I'll either put a heart on it if I've got not much more I can say to that, or if I need to put some, you know, a few words down. And I happened to notice that all but about 3 that I'd answered yesterday on the Orion bust, nobody got an answer, as in it hadn't stuck, as I'd say. And I'd noticed on Steve Jones' comment, go check out Steve Jones if you're new to this channel, or if you're somebody that hasn't, if you're into scale models. In my opinion, one of the finest modelers on YouTube, and does not get the following he deserves. He really should get more than he does, but that's an aside. He put a second comment down, and I read that, and this was just after I'd noticed that everybody else had blank comments underneath, or blank answers, and he'd said, I can't, he was getting a lot of the same troubles, I believe, putting words into his mouth. You're not, you know, it's showing up in the comment section, but not on the, and he's answered, and it's not showing up on my page, or I didn't know if it's just doing the same to his, I'm not sure. So now I've not gone back into my other videos, because it will just mess with my head if I find out that I've been answering loads of people's comments and you guys aren't getting your answer, you know, an answer from me. I've said this, and in some ways I'm taking swings at other YouTubers, and in some ways I'm not. I'm a big believer in answering your comments. When you're a small tubester like me, I very rarely get more than 10, 15 would be a really good day in comments, and likes for that matter. I don't ask for them. It's been a thing with me. I won't ask for them. That's not pride. It's just I've always said I put the stuff up that I want to put up on my channel. If people want to watch it, I'm absolutely thrilled, and I mean that. You say I keep going around. I've got head problems, you know, and it means a lot to have the interaction I do with you guys. A fellow YouTuber, Justin's, he won't mind me saying this, I don't think, has been having his problems with his head recently. We all suffer from different things. My wife often says how many of us happen to be on doing the hobby. I said that's because the hobby gives us an escape from, and I'm not saying that everybody that does figure painting of any description, so war game figure painting, display figure painting, scale modelling. I am not saying in the slightest that you all suffer from my problems or from some of the other guys' problems, but it helps us a lot. Our hobbies help us a lot, and our interaction with each other helps us a lot. So Justin, I keep saying, keep holding the tiger by the tail, don't let go. You know yourself, you'll come out of the other side of it eventually. But we're all here for you, Mara. So, as I say, just talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, fine. That's your prerogative. Deal with it how you deal with it. But you always know, or I personally think, whatever problem, it doesn't have to be mental health problems. I like to think that I was never like the word community on here, but it is a community. It's different from a club or a Facebook group, or we're a loose coalition, but we interact with each other because we want to. We don't have to. We don't have to put, especially, and not just us with channel. This goes out to the guys that don't have channels but put comments down and watch the videos. We try and look out for each other as best we can. So Justin, you know that, and if you need anything, I am on the Facebook, so just send me a message if you've got problems, Mara. Right, getting back to, but this is what I'm saying. I hate it when I feel I'm letting people down, and to come on today and find that 3/4 of the people didn't get, 18, 20 hours ago, didn't get a message really annoys me. As I say, I'm already waffling, aren't I? I'm going off. I've just mentioned, I answer my comments. If you don't answer your comments, that's entirely up to you. There'll be a reason for it, I'm quite sure. But I take pride in answering the people that have had the time, taken the time out of their day to leave a comment for me. That's how I see it. So I'm really hacked off, and to be honest, quite worried that I've been diligently answering loads of people's comments, and I'm not looking because it'll really play with my head. If I go back in my other videos, and it's like some people's channels where they don't answer anybody, or you might get two answers out of, like I said it the other day, I've shouted out people recently and they've got 2 or 3 comments and they've not answered one of them. I don't get it still. Gav, that's other people's choices. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, as usual. There's seen no point in sending something to YouTube. I'll let other people do that if they want to. I don't really have any much confidence in. As I say, I get a bit. I don't. You don't want to get too down over YouTube. As I say, if we didn't have YouTube, we wouldn't be on here. So I get that, and I do appreciate that. But I keep saying a lot of the times that the basics are missed completely, but the bigger picture is taken care of. So again, if I've missed your comments out over how long, I don't even know how long this has been going on for. It seems to have been going on for a while, according to what Steve was saying. Only in his brief comments, so I might be reading into more of that than there is. But your comments are valued and they are appreciated. They genuinely are. I look forward to switching it on and seeing what's. I tend to, although I've got a tablet, I tend to wait. That's why you might sometimes be a few hours before you get a comment. It just depends. If I'm at my bench painting and you ping up, quite often I'll answer it within, either the same time or within, half an hour or so. But other times it may take a few hours, or obviously with the time differences around the world, you might get an answer, the next day. But all you guys on that Oi Run Bus one, some of you now have just left cheers and thanks and that, because I started off apologising, and you'll see them if you go to the comment section if they've stuck. But it was just taking forever. I haven't done a stitch of work yet. I've redo it, and I thought I cannot go through answering some of them that I was putting more into. So again, extremely sorry if your comments have been missed in the past. We all know it does happen, and I've apologised this, and other guys have said over the years. There will be sometimes a comment will either come up in the comment section, and I've got certain keywords that I withhold comments. It's just to try and keep down, as much as the rubbish as you can. And sometimes you'll say, yeah, that's fine. You'll press the, call it release, I don't know, and it'll just disappear, and you won't see that. Or I've had it where that comment, and I know the ones, occasionally when it happens, and they'll show up 3 months later. Again, I understand, it's a massive technology thing, that millions of channels or whatever, and things happen. So little things like that, you just have to, bite your tongue and just get on with it. But when that happens, when literally 40 minutes of answering comments just goes out the window, and then people think you're just giving them the bird, that's not good. But nothing I can do about it. I will be diligently checking any video that I put up in future, and hopefully having, if this is a long-term thing, and there can be with YouTube sometimes, it can go on for months, I will go back and onto the video itself, because obviously normally I'd answer them in the comment section. Cal's, the last one of Cal's, on the Oiran bust, I actually answer, and this happens quite a bit in the comment section, in the background bit, so not under the video itself, but actually in the analytical background bit that we've got. I answer Cal's nice comment, press the send or whatever they call it, and I'm just about to go, just about to finish, and I always just have a look at the withheld and all that again, come back, and it's there sitting there still, not answered. And that's just in the analyticals, and that happens a lot. And it's so, for someone like myself, because I don't just press a love art or but occasionally I will just put thanks, because there isn't really anything else to say on that one. But there are others where I'll be interacting, like on Cal's comment, I was saying a bit more, and to have to redo it all again, and then to go over to that particular video and find that nobody else's comments, or hardly anybody else, has got an answer. So, yeah, guys, this I'm not, I don't know what I'm going to title this, because it's not a rage. It's not a. I don't really like putting rages, because I often find that's just blooming clickbait. It's not a rage. It's just apologies. It's YouTube doing its thing again. We always talk about YouTube like it's an entity. Yeah. So just, guys, check your own, because if you think, you might find either, it could be the other way around, where people aren't seeing your stuff or whatever. But just keep an eye on your videos, because as I say, the hardcore group of us interact a lot with each other. We support each other's videos, and I have to say, on my part, it's because I happen to like the style of the person, as in the person themselves. I might like the style of the video. They're the people that I hang around with, if that makes sense. A few of the guys I know outside now of YouTube, as in, we'll message each other, things like that. And then there's obviously the guys that don't have, obviously a part of YouTube, but they don't have channels. So yeah, I value everybody's comments, and they really do mean a lot. So if we'll say over the last few weeks, if this is a phenomenon that's happened in the last few weeks, if you don't think I've answered, or I haven't answered you, I have. I'm not going to go back to those videos, because I say it will just mess my head up. So I'm going to just take it that hopefully all those comments have stuck, and this is the first time it's happened to me. But all you guys with video channels, you might want to just have a peruse of the last couple of videos, and just make sure that if you've answered people, that they've had an answer. Thanks for listening, guys. I didn't intend to put this video up, but as I said to Steve, it was easier to probably do a quick video than it was to keep doing lots of apology comments. Look after yourselves.